Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen. This is Mark, Killer Grub with Mark, and today we are gonna make my rendition of beef jerky. Now this isn't your normal beef jerky where it's thin and hard and it's more like a steak jerky. I guess that's probably a better description of what it is, steak jerky. And what I do is I use flap steak. It's thin sliced flap steak. I've got like 3 pounds, and just to bring you up to speed, what I've already done, as you can see right here, is I seasoned it last night, and I rolled it up and I put it into zippy bags and I put it in the refrigerator. All I did was I sprinkled some coarse ground kosher salt on it, salt and pepper, excuse me. I put some cayenne pepper on it, and then I put my favorite rub on it. And that's all I did. I put it on there, I patted it on, and then I rolled it all up and put it into Ziploc bags and threw it in the refrigerator last night. Got it out this morning. It's been sitting out for probably 30-40 minutes because I kind of want it to come up to room temperature before I put it on the smoker. We're tossing this in the pit boss, and we're going to do low and slow. I don't know how many hours. It depends. I've had it done in as little as 5 hours and as long as 8 hours. It just depends. You just got to kind of watch it. So here it is. One thing I'm going to do is I am going to take one of these, and then I'm going to kick it up a notch with some chipotle. Some chipotle salsa. You can buy it at your grocery store. I haven't seen too many grocery stores that don't have a chipotle salsa, and it's really good. It's really good. So I'm gonna pick one of these pieces. I think I'm gonna pick this piece right here. I'm gonna toss it in the bowl. Take my chipotle hot sauce, shake it up real good, and then I'm going to pour it in there, and I'm going to pour quite a bit in there, and I'm not going to let this sit overnight or anything like that. I'm just going to put it on there, and I'm going to rub it all over the whole thing, and then I'm just going to let it sit while I get the smoker ready and up to temp. If you like beef jerky, this is really a great way to make it. I love it. I've always liked jerky. Well, shout out to my wife, Lily. I love you, sweetheart. I want it all the way coated. I want every square inch of this. It's already got all the other seasoning on it. And believe me, it's delicious just like it is. Okay? So this is completely coated everywhere. Everywhere. So now I'm just going to let it sit there. Go ahead and take the gloves off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit. And then I'm going to go get the smoker ready. I'm going to get it all fired up and get it up to temp. And then we're going to throw this on the smoker. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alright, so the smoker is up to temp. We're running it's 209 on the Didge and about 225 over here on the analog. But we're going to go ahead and pop them in there. I want to do it between 200 and 225. I don't want to cook it too hot, too fast. I kind of want to do this a little bit on the slower side. So I want the temperature to be closer to 200 most of the time. But it'll go all the way up to 225, 230, somewhere in there. So you just got to keep an eye on it. Notice it just did a drop. So let's give it a minute to settle down a little bit, and then we'll pop our flap steak on to the smoker. And it's running right. It's sitting 220 right now. That's just about perfect. That is just about perfect. But I just want the smoke to settle down just a little bit before I open it up. Alright, that should be fine. That should be fine. Okay, so let's take our flap meat. Okay. I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to make sure there's space between each piece. I'm not going to stack them on top of each other, okay? I'm gonna make sure that there's space between each piece. Here's our chipotle right here. And then we got this little piece, and just a little extra piece that was in there. I'm going to put that up here on the top. But there we go. I mean, I'll pull this out, check it out. So there's the flap steak. It's fairly thinly sliced, comes like that. If you've got pieces that are a little bit thicker, you can trim them down. I really didn't have to. There's one piece right here that's a little thicker right there, but I left it alone. But there we go. So now I'm going to shut it down, and we'll give it a good, at least a good hour before I'll even look at it. And I'll probably spray it with my apple cider vinegar and apple cider mixture, but not nearly as much as I would if I was doing a pork shoulder or baby back ribs or something. I probably won't spray it nearly as much, but I will spray it. I'll spray it after an hour or so, and then maybe 2 or 3 times during the entire 5 to 8 hours I'll give it a squirt, but not nearly as much. And then I will flip these over and move them around, because there is a little bit warm. It's a little bit warmer in the middle, so I'll take the middle pieces, I'll move them to the side, and then move the side pieces over towards the middle. I just want them to cook evenly. So we'll give it an hour, and we'll be back in an hour. All right, so we just pulled out the steak jerky from the smoker, and it looks really good. I've been letting it cool for about, I don't know, 10 minutes. It's been cooling 10-15 minutes. It is, like I said, this is not what, it's not like jerky you would buy at the market, okay? Just so you know that right from the get-go. This is, like I said, more like a steak jerky. It's not hard like a brick, okay? That's kind of how I check it to see when I think it's done. It's really good. I kind of poke it and touch it. And same way you would check to see if a steak is done. You push on it and you feel it. Anyway, let's go ahead and, it's not completely cool like cold. It's still a little bit warm. It's just warm. But anyway, let's go ahead and cut into a piece. And I'll just, grab this piece right here. And and we'll cut into it. Okay, so I cut it into strips like this. Okay, and then this is pretty much what it looks like when it's done. Take a good look right there. And that's pretty much it. We'll take a little taste here. Okay, so, oh man. That's really good. Has excellent flavor. It's got the smokiness. I mean, I don't know if you can tell. It's got a smoke ring. If you look, you can see the smoke ring right here. It has that smokiness. But it's not, it's smoked for 6 hours. 6 hours. I could have let it go 2 more hours. And it would have dehydrated it more, but probably more than I really like. That part is completely up to you, how long you leave it. How dehydrated you want it. You're making jerky, so on it. Now, granted, this is not real jerky because it's not dehydrated. You can't just throw it in a bag and put it in your pantry and leave it there for a month and it's going to be fine. This will go bad, just like any other meat, but it generally, I've never had it go bad because it never lasts long enough. I would make, this was 3 pounds right here. It's 3 pounds of meat. Usually I do 5 pounds at a time, and I'll chop it up like this. I'll take it to work. Sometimes I make them smaller, and I'll take it to my office, and it doesn't last a day. It's gone. And that's why I do it. Anyway, I'm actually going to be taking this part of this to a friend of mine's house and giving it to them probably tomorrow. So anyway, try this. Like I said, it's excellent. If you want it thinner, you just shave it thinner, and then however long you want to cook it. Like I said, my temp, I lowered the temp a little bit after I initially started the smoke, and I actually turned it down, and it ran between 175 and 180 degrees all day. Right there, 175 to 180, pretty much. It dropped to 170 every once in a while, just for a moment, then boom. But it stayed right there, 175 to 180 for 6 hours. You'll notice I did a time lapse. I hope. First time I've ever done time lapse video, but I did a time lapse video. I had it out there all day, and I did spray it with my apple cider vinegar, apple cider mixture, more than I usually would. But it turned out excellent. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you try this out. If you do, please let me know. Leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts. And please subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more content. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.